And we are back. We've got Bailey versus Ben, two of our regular locals going up against one another in the tournament. And Danny's getting settled in here. We'll give him a second to mic up.
I brought chips.
He's got some Pringles.
If you hear crunching, that's just me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Crunch. We could do it like an ASMR. I mean, we've got a good group together for some ASMR.
I was just telling Bailey and Ben, these are two of my favorite Lorcana players, especially to play against. They're both very talented, and they don't necessarily make the most straightforward plays. Like, they're very on their feet and can improvise well. You know, there's some times where I'm playing against Ben and I'm like, oh shit, I would have never done that.
I have. There we go. All right, you're back over. So this will be an interesting matchup to see here. The first Ruby Amethyst we've had on stream, and the first Emerald Steel deck we'd have on stream. Ben's been playing Emerald Steel for some time now, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know he was playing Lemon Lime Discard when I beat him at Dame Games for the set champs. That was back set 5. But then since then, I feel like he's been on Emerald Steel Discard for a minute. Same for Bailey. Bailey shifted from, he was originally playing Blue Steel back set 5. And I think with the Hiram and Fortisphere ban, it kind of forced him to go outside of his comfort zone and play Ruby Amethyst, but he's had a lot of success with it. So it should be an interesting match.
And so we see a pretty classic, you know, Amethyst drops the turn 1 Chernobog. And Ben's going to ink, the Deceiver of All and into Morph. So, you know, turn 3, anything's possible in this deck.
Beast could come out. We could see, what is Pete shift 4?
The shift 4, yep.
Yep, so next turn, Pete, I don't know if he's playing any big tanks still, but that would be kind of beneficial in this matchup.
And so Bailey does quest with Chernobog and uses the ability to pop Chernobog to draw a card. Inks his Fox for turn. A Lumiere. There we go. If I can say the name. Gives all of your characters +1, or other characters +1 strength.
Oh, mon ami. Is that racist?
No.
Against French people?
Not French is not, we don't need to have this conversation.
What? Ooh, and the Diablo makes his appearance.
Hard cast it though, so we're not going to get the draw off of it.
And you know, I think it's okay. Especially if Ben is trying to bait out a brawl.
Yep.
Maybe that was one of his things while he stalls to drop the Pete next turn.
And you're not going to lose too much ink card advantage that way as well. Absolutely.
Now the Lumieres are buffing each other, which is beneficial for Bailey. Plus that Chernobog's a 4/1.
Oh, they can hear us right now.
Ah.
Now I don't think they can hear us?
Yeah, we shouldn't be coming through now.
Yep.
Imagine you're calling out what's in people's hands.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I think we fixed it. No, 1/1. Oh, Bailey quested.
Yeah,
Yep.
and she's quested 2.
Bailey's at 2 lore. Ben's at 1 lore.
He didn't just quest a tank?
No, he challenged the thing.
I see the damage on there.
Okay. And now we see, oh, sorry, got to get back to... Oh, okay. So plays the Hidden Cove, moves the characters to the cove. They get that +1 strength now. And there we go. It takes out the library. We don't talk about Bruno. Plays the Ursula. No songs. Oh, feels bad to be Bailey. Okay. And let's see what Bailey can do here. So, okay, yep, to be expected. And passes it over to Ben. All right, so Ben's got a lot of ink now in the inkwell. Can do some things. Ink tank, okay. Yeah, no characters on the board, so you don't want to play her yet, right? Okay. Yeah, quest for 2 goes to 3. Ben's at 3. I love.
Sorry about that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I played a second Diablo.
We've got some action.
He quested once with the, what's it called? The tank.
No, he challenged with Tank.
And then quested next turn.
Are you sure? I just heard him say he's at 3. But- No, he just went, yeah, he went quested for 3, so now he's at 6, yep.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm back on track here. This is a bad field for Bailey, unfortunately. Every card he draws, he's giving Ben 2 cards, and Hidden Cove is not great.
And Bailey just
for
passed
Bailey.
turn.
Oh, you don't want to see that. I fear he might be soft locked with uninkables.
Mm-hmm.
This is the curse of Ruby Amethyst. Oh, what do we got there?
Is that the new Raya?
Yeah, I think it might be.
When you play this character, you choose and
Choose.
discard a card.
Yep. And he had a blue discarded. So we can assume that the other card in his hand is probably a Be Prepared.
No, I think he had 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3 more. It goes to 9. And be
There
prepped.
it
Yep.
is. That's what he needed.
Yeah, so, and here's the thing. At this point, you've just exhausted a lot of your resources as Ben, right? You dumped your hand. What are you going to play? Now, Ben did not dump his hand. He's
No.
got a lot more cards left, thankfully. So he's not in that position.
Yeah, drawing 2 additional cards on your opponent's turn is great. It's a great setup. Oh, they're just going to prevent that.
The whistle has been blown.
Yeah. What are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They might have 7 cards in hand. He's going to add Diablo to Cove, so no brawl. You hate to play the crab coming from Ruby Amethyst with nothing to take advantage of it, but maybe if he draws a fox next turn, he can take out the Cove.
Yeah, bring it back to hand, right, and then you'll get to use that ability.
No hand, so you don't have to sudden chill anymore. Oh, another Pete, though. Ben is going for the throat.
Move him to the code. Yeah, it goes to 11.
Now, if I'm Bailey, this is a scary field. 3 Petes, a Diablo, and an Ursula with Cove out. It's just not looking great. And you're top decking. I don't know how you come back from this, other than maybe a top deck B prep. Interesting. Yeah, there's no way he could have put damage on his crab. It's an unfortunate situation for Bailey.
I'm trying to figure out now if it's worth even putting damage onto the crab, but it doesn't look.
So the only thing I would say is what he could have done is he could have attacked into Pete with the crab, put 3 damage on it. Pete would have survived because of Cove, but then he could have moved that damage over to Diablo and take out the Diablo, but it would have been the expense of his crab, so I don't know if that was worth it or not. Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah, double strength is going to mean.
That's a nail in the coffin. Especially Ben just has so much more card advantage and field advantage. It's not looking great for Bailey.
Yeah, party at the Cove, Green's 3 lore.
Everybody's invited.
And does he get a B prep?
Yeah.
Friends?
All right, we're going to draw.
I don't think he's got enough.
He still has a turn. So if he could get a B prep, it's not a great situation, but that Diablo being there is really unfortunate.
It doesn't look like he's
got an
got
Elsa
it in hand.
and maybe a Sisu in hand.
I'm not sure what that other card is.
Oh, it might be a Dragonfire, which is also not excellent in this scenario. Oh, it was a Pirate's Life. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So many cards in hand. So much ink in the inkwell. Ben really has just free reign to do whatever he wants this turn.
Absolutely. It's what Emerald Steel discard does. Oh, that's just...
And I think that sealed the deal.
The only way that could have hurt more is if he had a Prince John.
Can we get a B prep off the top? No. Library won't do it.
Gift for Bell.
All right, game 1 goes to Ben.
As they're shuffling up here, did Bailey start game 1?
I can't tell you who won the dice roll, to be honest.
I don't remember, but I'm hoping that maybe he gets to be on the play for this one because he's going to need every advantage he can against Emerald Steel discard. As a Ruby Amethyst player, you don't want to see this matchup. You just don't. There's too many high-cost cards that are going to be in your hand that are easy pickings for Ben to come and snatch out with an Ursula, or even forcing a sudden chill. You're going to go for your higher cost uninkables first, you know?
Well, and as you whittle the hand down and you're left with the higher cost cards in Ruby Amethyst too, then you're kind of stuck.
Yep.
You ink something like a shark that you don't want to,
Yep.
or you're put in a position where you've got uninkables and you can't do anything with them.
Absolutely.
So,
We saw it last round. He had to ink a Pirate's Life that could have maybe helped prolong the game. He had to go without inking for a turn. That's a fun thing. So let's see if Bailey can pull out a win here in game 2.
so as our players are figuring out what to keep, what to draw.
Oh man, is Ben just keeping his hand? I think he's not. Oh, no.
Oh no.
He had to think. Oh. Sending back 5, keeping 2 for Ben.
I mean, I feel like in Emerald Steel, it's often
Yeah,
going to
you're
be a
gonna want
big
heavy. You
mulligan.
want to look for that little Diablo and big Diablo and get them out as quick as possible.
Which, interesting, I don't know if you saw this, but it's worthwhile, I think, benching here. I think it was Zach Bivens was running Emerald Steel.
Really?
Might have been another player recently. But instead of hard searching for the Diablo,
Yeah.
the search was actually the set 1 Aladdin, because he's the cost 2 but has ward,
Yeah.
and then turn 3 John to set you up for this, to be able to sing sudden chill guaranteed and get that extra draw off for John.
Wow.
And then John sits there, right, and doesn't have to worry about the same type of threats that the Diablo has to deal with.
Gotcha. Man, that's crazy. It looks like Bailey was on the draw, so and we see the Maui shark there in his hand. Looks like he might have a brawl.
Bailey is on the play
Oh.
because he's at 2 ink, and
Oh, you're
Ben
right.
just got
Sorry,
there.
I always forget he puts his ink off to the side there. There goes the Pirate's Life.
Yep.
I guess it's not a Pirate's Life for Bailey.
Yeah, they're literally just
Yeah.
having the same the confusion
Yo-ho.
right there. Ben's like, "That's your discard over there?"
All right, there goes the bell. Oh,
Oh.
Pete.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you're not really threatened by a quest for 1 from Lumiere.
Yeah, this against Emerald Steel, they have a bunch of little tiny characters to start off, so. And no morph means no beast or no Pete coming down.
And if you want to force Ben to ink and then hard cast a storm, sure, you know,
Yeah.
I'll take that trade.
Absolutely.
Scares me though to see that
Oh, yeah.
Ursula Deceiver Vault.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. All right,
Friends.
let's get that value.
Yeah. But does he have something to deal with
The
the
Ursula.
Ursula?
Ugh.
Draw?
You're always hoping. Get that brawl. Just brawl away the Ursula. But
All right,
he's
2 lore, or Bailey goes to 2.
Is he at 2 or 3?
Yeah, 2.
Oh
now.
no, yeah, because he sang with beat. All right, there's the Prince John. He's got everything set up. Oh.
There it is. All right, so 2
2
cards in the
cards.
discard.
And then Ben gets to draw 2. You don't want him to walk away with this game. Unfortunately, yep, there's not a lot you can do. He's keeping the Maui Shark. Oh, he's undecided.
Maui Shark, okay.
I think that's better, especially when you're only at 4
Yep.
ink. You know, you need to, what's my next move, not what's my future. Turn 6 could be too late to play it. And Ben's in a really good position right now. All right, let's draw. Nice. He's going to send in that genie immediately and take out the Ursula. This is where Lumiere is clutch, buffing his other characters to...
Yeah, and Bailey quests for 2, go to 4. Yeah, you know, we were just saying Ben was in a good spot until, right?
That's the Peter Pan's why he's so good right now.
Chip, okay, so discard, oh, it's Chip, not the Raya, but that's the discard
yes, the
card.
new Chip, yep.
Which I'm curious, we should pull up Ben's list to see, but how many chips he's running, because I've seen it at 1 index.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about 1 of it. Maybe it's just to test it out right now, early in the deck.
Probably to feel the waters, how it feels. I don't know the attack stats on Chip, but
Bailey's going to quest for 5, going to 9 lore. Yeah, Bailey's in a really good spot right now.
He's just trying to, let's close out this game. As long as Ben doesn't have any discard spells, I feel like Bailey's in a really good position.
Oh, so there's the Storm.
Yep. Looks like Ben's got 7 cards in hand off of his drawing for Prince John and drawing for his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we're not seeing Prince John, I think, with set 9, unfortunately.
What makes you say that? All the discard cards will be gone.
You know you're not wrong, so let's leave them in then.
Has Ben played Beyond the Horizon?
We have not seen it yet.
Okay, we had a conversation on Monday, and he was like, you know, I'm thinking I'm not gonna play Beyond the Horizon. And I was like, dude, you play how you feel. He played it at the Encounter at their 1K, and he said that he wasn't liking the vibe of it. It didn't fit his play style. I was like, you got to play what feels best, you know. So it's good to see that he took that advice, and he's doing really well with it.
Yeah, I'd be curious though what it would like. How many copies was he thinking about running? Because in my current version, I actually went up to 3 to try it
Really?
out. Yeah, because it
Interesting.
feels so good when you can get that comboed off.
Wow.
Was that Pluto he just dropped?
Yeah, he dropped the Pluto Bodyguard, and then he quested, or had Prince John sing Let the Storm Rage On to take out the Peter Pan. And I don't know if you could see that card in Bailey's hand, but he does
Have a beep rep.
have a B prep.
Yeah.
I don't know if he doesn't, he's not there quite yet.
Well, and at Ben having 0 lore right now, you're not worried about it, right?
Right, yeah.
In fact,
Honestly, the Pluto is the biggest threat just because of how big it, the 5/5 right now is. That's going to take out your Lumiere, and you don't want to lose that.
my thought though for Bailey right now is though, he can kind of let Ben do some stuff this turn as long as he's not going to get discarded, right?
Yeah, that is the
So-
most important thing.
If he can survive to here, all right?
And he's got
Let's
2
see what Ben
cards.
happens. Does he play? Does he have Pete? You know. Oh, and I do see a
we do
Pete in
see the
hand, so I
strength.
think that could be.
Oh man,
On
he's
edge.
got Ursula too. He's got so many good cards that are gonna prevent. I think Ben's thinking of dropping the Ursula, because what are the odds? He has 2 cards in his hand. One of them might be B prep. Yep.
And there it is. Okay.
That's what I would do too.
Yep.
Also, just getting the hand knowledge of knowing what's in your opponent's hand. Even if you take a 50-50 shot.
Well, that's why the 1-drop Diablo is so good.
Yeah.
It's
being
just
able to
being
scout
know.
ahead, seeing what your opponent, what colors they're playing. Ugh.
And Ben's going to drop the Morph, which is setting him up for lots of different cards next turn. Could be the Pete, could be the Beast, could be the Diablo, whatever he thinks that he needs in that moment to move him into the win for game 2.
Yeah. The question is, so I'm Ben, I have that strength of a Raging Fire. I can eviscerate any guy. Who do I pick? Lumiere. Wow.
There's your
Quick
answer.
answer, yeah.
And
Oh,
Pluto's
does he
going
have
to
another
sing
song? Oh, I
another
didn't know he had
strength.
both. Okay, that makes more sense. He's being generous and giving him the Chernobog. Interesting.
Yeah, add something to your hand so I can discard it and
Yeah.
give you the fuel.
Oh,
For 2.
Quest for 2, Prince John?
On the Prince John.
Yep, Prince John's going to quest for 2.
this is
Oh,
unfortunate.
okay.
Yeah.
So 2
he's got a
damage on the
quest to
Pluto.
draw. Maybe he gets the B prep. Oh.
No, he didn't. He challenged Pluto.
Oh, interesting. He's sending Pete into Pluto.
Yep, takes out Pluto. 1 damage on to
Oh,
Pete.
that is unfortunate. Having to sacrifice so many resources to take out that Pluto is shit. Oh,
Oh, Basil.
that's not
Yeah.
good.
And now he discards, and there
Yep.
goes the Elsa.
Oh, that Pluto was very clutch for Ben. Protecting his Prince John is just. If Bailey had more ink and could have played both Pete and Elsa, it would have been different.
Chip quest for
but
1.
Another 2.
And 2 more to bring him to 5.
Bailey's not in a great spot. He doesn't have a lot of ink, and he has to ink the Pirate's Life. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
All right, so Bailey goes to 12. He quested with the Peter Pan.
Oh, pardon.
No
Ben is-
cards in hand right now for Bailey, so
Ben is dominating. He's got the board advantage. He has hand advantage, ink advantage. It's just
plays Deceiver of All. Another Prince John.
oh,
Sings the Storm.
Oh.
Takes out the Pete. Draws off of it.
and he's gonna be questing.
Questing for 3. No,
There's 2 on John.
2, 4, 5. Going to 10.
Yep.
Yeah. Not looking good for Bailey.
Bailey has 6 ink now. 1, 2, 3, or is it 5?
He might still only be at 5.
That is not a good position to be in. And your opponent has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lore on the board. This is very, very hard. Oh,
Inks the Half Shark, and I think if he's only at 6, that means he's got no answers next turn. So this might just be, and there it is. So takes away,
that's-
even if he was at the
there's the
possibility of some things.
good
All right.
games by both of them.
Yeah, Ben takes it 2-0 in pretty quick fashion, I feel like. That was not a very long time.
Absolutely.